Farewell, my tournament. Farewell, my turn. Farewell, my turn.
OGP.
No,
Guess
it
what
wasn't
game
because it
I'm
was a-
playing? Guess what game I'm playing, boys?
It was because it felt like
Ace Attorney?
Ace Attorney.
Yes,
Break the fucking crystal.
Galax.
what?
It's time.
Ace Attorney.
It's time,
What case are you doing?
dude. Last trial.
Oh, of your favorite case?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I guess we're doing this star.
Oh, I'm so hype.
Oh, nice fucking backflip. bro.
Matt
Very
on guard.
Oh, I love this stage.
All right, I'll be back.
I don't know how I managed to get enough star bits, but I guess here we are, right?
Let's do it. Let's do it, dude. Farewell, my turnabout. Farewell, my turnabout. Huff. Grr. Oh my god. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Who asked? Damn, we just died. All right. Court is now in session. It's written into my destiny. Jedi destiny. It's a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent. Dun, 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 dun. Beep. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Beep. Matt on guard! If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. Grr. Now listen up. You better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever. Maya. Mia? Maya, how's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Yeah, what? What am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. Oh, damn. Hang on. We should be fine for now. We should be okay for now. Just put it back in the hook.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We should be okay. I got some tape. Yeah, it's fine. Alright. Okay. You know, let's sure. It was bound to come down eventually. Huh? Seem to solve the problem. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll put one. Okay. Thanks for fixing. No problem. It happens. There we go. Perfect. All good. Yo, what's up, Phoenix? Hope you're doing well. Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. Arg, it's that cursed on guard again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. You're really mean, pal. Oh, not Gumshoe. Watch me play. Yo, nice, thanks. Yeah, I'm looking forward to taking down Matt. I'm so excited. Chasing after the killer, pal. Yo, what's up, Ty? Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. Well, that's a fucking surprise. He's a fucking assassin. Of course he can cover up his tracks. The trial's over till the verdict is handed down. We're gonna do everything we can to find a killer. If we can get Maya out, you can then get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first. You got that, so you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. Make the trial last longer? If you go on Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, then you two can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're gonna give it all we got. God, I'm nervous. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. Wow! Yay! Alright. Looks like we are coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through. I know it. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on Guard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in the murder. That is to say, she really connected to the crime itself. Judges, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard. Proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. Dude, Adrian is so fine, bro. That's wife right there. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? Looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes, Juan Cordo was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt on guard. What a surprising turn of events. I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. I know what's going on this time. So I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least until Maya's safe and sound. Wonder how the trial would turn out today. Please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers! Now then, witness. Your name and occupation, please. Okay. I'm, Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid actor star. What is your relation to the defendant? Well, that's, I guess I'm a sort of lousy mentor to him in a way. Yeah. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, sorry, well, but I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy. I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like to please testify about when you went to Mr. Unguard's room. Okay, sure. Here we go! After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Hi, Castle, I love you too. I was standing in the front of this room in his nickel samurai costume. Dude, Matt on guard, bro. This man kind of fine, like. New emotes? Well, I'm getting some more commission. These are there for now. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in the nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first, I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I'd guest with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. That's fair. Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony. Talking with the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. Ungar was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy, what are you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Sling pod. A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? For us to find out more, we're just gonna have to charge in head first, right? I want to save. Myself to Matt's room. I'm gonna press everything. Why'd you go to the defendant's room? The mentor won't say congrats. That's fair. Why'd you stop? Mr. Wright? What is it? You're gonna trick me into a corner, aren't you? Huh? I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer. No one said you were, Mr. Powers. No, please, don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy. Every time. Witness, I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. But for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. Sorry. So you went to the defendant's room, and then? Matt was standing there in front of his new room, still in his nickel samurai costume. Are you sure that was Matt? Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the nickel samurai mask then. If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And what was the defendant doing? He was talking with someone at first. I thought it was the belt boy. At first? What do you mean by that? Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform. He had a bottle of juice on the tray. Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me. Yeah, but I didn't think he was a normal bellboy. And why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry. He's capping, Your Honor. Capping, Your Honor. Gave up and went back. You saw the two of them first. The bellboy and the defendant, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, while you were there watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. A tip? That's a perfectly normal thing to do. Yo, what's up, J-Man? How long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think. I guess it'd be at night. These guests. You guys, of course. You and Maya and Little Pearl. Thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway. This is like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? I don't remember that. Yo, J-Man, thank you for the gift sub to Castle. Yo, thanks. Castle, I hope you enjoy the new emotes. The new Hex emotes. Damn, we got a lot of them. Hope you enjoy. Yo, what's up, Tet? I don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state. I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from the story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. You woke up an hour ago and thought it was 6:30. That happens. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Okay, I have to present something. No. Bro! Oh my god! Dude, thank you so much for the sub. Dude, thank you so much for the sub. Let's go, J-Man. Let's go, J-Man. You got your paycheck? Let's go. That's not it. Farewell, my turnabouts. Give me one bag. Could it be? I'm gonna try pressing again. Wait. Wait. Oh. Oh, amend the testimony. Matt gave the bellboy a tip. We gotta press on this. Give the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Tip really shocked me. How much was it? Really shocked. Ask about On Guard's tip. Maybe a little too much. Can't even begin to guess. Because he gave the bellboy a really fat roll of cash. Okay. A roll of cash? They're talking. Well, how interesting. certainly wasn't a very generous tip. That roll of catch can be hardly called a tip. The judge is beginning to look off. This is raise an objection. The defendant is a superstar. Kind of tip is typical for yeah, typical. Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong. Yo, what's up, D-man? I can receive all rolls of catch. Yep. Then why on earth, right? Yeah, that's true. What was it? Payment, Your Honor. Payment? For the murder of Juan Corda. And the bellboy saw the witness. It was the assassin, Shelly the Killer. What's up, Blue Yoshi? The card. The calling card. What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out. Actually, I saw the bellboy again later on that night. Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Let's see what he saw. Hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. So the bellboy. It's like came out of the room. Juan Corda's room. Okay. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's not looking too good for our boy Phoenix right now. You like the questioning? The questioning music is high-key really good. Did you catch me by surprise with the gift sub? Yeah, dude. Unexpected. This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. Cool. I mean, you have to go to the bathroom. And what time was it? Oh, don't remember. What's time? Entered around 8 p.m. Went back to Matt's room. Came back to the bathroom. Around 8:10. That's fair. Now let's press on this. You sure it was the same bellboy? Had to be. How could you tell? See, stitches down his face. Same guy. Juan Corda's room. Words cannot describe how screwed I am. Oh, me too, dude. Oh, me too. Dude, J-Man with another gifted sub, dude. Thank you so much. Damn, everyone's getting emotes today. Dude, thank you so much. Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why the inspired grin? I have no idea what damaging thing he's gonna say next. Empty-handed. That bellboy was one of the room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? I agree that is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? Let it slide. You're right. I think it's pretty unusual too. Oh my god, Hex 3 business. Why is that a thing? It's just a placeholder for until I get good emotes. Like, more good emotes. My emotes right now are good. Please don't be so quick to judge. Ah, but it's kind of a Powers family thing. Think of every person as a thief. That's the point, Phoenix. In any case, if the bubble was the assassin, it would be very bad for us. But he really is the assassin, you know. Yes, but you can't give in yet. If you want to prolong this trial for as long as possible, you're going to have to pull some cheap tricks on this one. Okay. Let's save real quick. Marcy making more emotes? Yeah. Marcy, Gage, and Angel Rose Star. The purple, the perfect trio of emotes. No. You're the perfect emote suggestion. Doodlebot? No. You have to be the assassin. No. To be the assassin. Detective Hexy Wexy is on the case. Had to be the assassin. What can we do to prove that he wasn't the assassin? Wait. Wait. No. What happens if I lose the case? I get a guilty verdict and I have to start over for my last save point. Like, I have to reload my save. I'm gonna try pressing again. I mean, I wouldn't say it sucks. It can definitely be worse. At least you don't have to restart the game or some shit. I would be pissed off if you had to restart the game. Try pull a fast one. Objection! Oh, amend the testimony. Okay. Alright, let's I'm not sure what evidence to present. Ah, no, I thought I got it for a sec. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to say for this one. I'm gonna press this. Want to train his hand. A bottle of juice and a wine glass. What kind of juice was it? Tomato juice. If we could come up with some reason why it would come out empty-handed. Sort of proof. Okay. There we go! Yes! You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But isn't he really suspicious? He's got all the stitches and... So, a baseball has stitches. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? Well, there's also, I mean, what about him being empty-handed? I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. This is the crime scene. There's a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Corda's dead body. The liquid in the glass is tomato juice. And now if you would look at what is on the top of the table in the lower right corner there, tomato juice. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Corda's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. But that would mean the bellboy has seen the left and dead body in the room. No. But can you prove that Mr. Corda was already dead at that time? Mr. Edgeworth? Yes. I blame you for leading me down this route. I'm terribly sorry. Witness, isn't there one more thing you'd like to share with us? Is there? The bellboy was empty-handed, or should I say empty-handed. I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh, yeah. I almost forgot. Huh? What? That bellboy was wearing gloves! Gloves? Yeah, pitch black leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention that earlier? Sorry, it slipped my mind. So what if a lot of bellboys wear gloves? Football's made of leather. Are you saying, oh my god, not this shit again. That man, you received a large roll of cash from the defendant. Black leather gloves. I don't think even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy. Seems we finally have come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more. Here we go. Sus football. Now this one I don't like. This music I don't like. Okay, so I'm into the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that I went to the bathroom and then went back to my seat. Alright, let's press him. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door. What is he doing? Knocking on the door. He was spying. He was spying. Okay, that statement doesn't do jack shit. He gave something to the person, something inside the room. Hold it. Okay. That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details. Ask him at least one question. So, who took this something the bellboy handed off? Actually, I don't know. What do you mean? Sorry, but I saw the person's arm. Could have been... Okay. Let's press that again. Let's zoom in. Let's press the other statement. You think the witness did it? He did not do it. He did not do it. Give something to this person? Yeah. What was this something? Ha ha ha. If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I? But this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers? I think it was something like kind of small. I would like to summarize the testimony if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As to the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm. It's just like that. Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important? Of course. Try to remember what the bellboy handed off. I saw it again, I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue. I know what it is! The bear! What was the point of that pregnant pause? Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up. It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this. Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix, deep breath. Mr. Powers, the something you saw, was it this item? Oh, hey, that's it. That's the something. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall we found this as Matt Unguard's mansion. The defendant's house? Demon, I know what happens. Simple, Your Honor. The killer assassinated Juan Corda in his room. He stole this wooden statue. This wooden bear from the scene of the crime. Then the bear found at Mr. Unguard's mansion would mean... Goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt Unguard is the killer's client. I mean, you never know. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Trying to see how to start a poll on Twitch. Why is it in fucking Spanish? It's gonna be the witness. It is not the witness. I'm telling you, I will bet everything. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. You will bet me the trolling license? Hey, man. That's a... Hey, man, that's a big thing to bet. Are you sure you want to? I gotta see something. Order. Most unfortunate turn of events for me. Yeah, no shit. Alright. Sorry, Mia. No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. I think it's clear there's no need for us to continue this trial. No, 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 no. I think there is. I think we should continue the trial. There has to be something we overlooked. Black screen? Fuck. Sorry. Sorry. There we go. Sorry. Your Honor, a minute, please. There are still a few points left we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull, Wright? Oh, well, we can't have that. Alright, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? The bear itself. I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. The bear? Mr. Wright. This was found at Madame Guard's mansion. However, Mr. Ungard was arrested at the hotel last night. Which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. Oh. I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It's not possible that it was Mr. Ungard who took the bear to his mansion. Oh, why? That's very true. We didn't consider this point, Mr. Wright. There's no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken the bear home. Phew. Disaster averted, it looks. Objection! You haven't gotten the best of me yet, right? Huh? I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Ungard's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time he was the killer. Oh, we fucked ourselves over. The killer and Ungard were working together, so to speak. The killer was hiding at Ungard mansion as its butler. But what a bold move. The bear figurine was brought back to Unguard Mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Unguard had him do so. Soon because it would be bad if the police had found it during the investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all? Have to try. Have to find something else. What will you do now, Mr. Wright? Do you plan to expose a clearly shaky place in Mr. Powers' testimony? Still another one? There is indeed, Your Honor. It's quite a questionable point. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. Alright, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to further explore? Person who received the bear. There was one thing in the Mr. Powers testimony that was very unclear, and that is the identity of the person who received the bear. He gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure of... Ah! What the fuck? Well, what is it, Mr. Powers? If you're gonna scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why. Oh, yeah, sorry. Actually, so I remembered. I remembered who took the bear. What? Really? I mean, I only saw his arm. But the arm, it was the Nickel Samurai's arm. I swear. You've got to be kidding. This game is so relatable. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai. Order, order. It looks like you've dug your own grave yet again. How many times is that today? I've lost count. So the person who took the little bear was a Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt Unguard is a Nickel Samurai. Thanks to the defense, we made it all clear. All clear. I think we've heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant mansion, as well as who it was received the bear in the assassin's room. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt Unguard. I see no reason for this trial to continue, therefore I will hand down my verdict. Thank you, Your Honor, for understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you? I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Well, do I? What should I do? Raise an objection. Now it's objection! There is only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number 1. He accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number 2. That very same figurine was found at Unguard Mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What am I saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. The real client. Yes. Is this all you have? Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client and therefore the real murderer? Adrian Andrews. Adrian Andrews? Yes. We already know that she tried to frame Matt Unguard for the crime. By wearing a spare Nickel Samurai costume. Then the Nickel Samurai's arm that I saw. That could have very well been Miss Andrews. What about Mr. Unguard? You would please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period. That's right. Then, finding this figure at Mr. Unguard's mansion was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. Mr. Andrews, what is your opinion on this? I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic, besides which there are no even evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell Unguard did it. I can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt on someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty. I don't know what they said. This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns out against me, this is one fight I can't give up on. AA Madness, yeah! Order, order, order. All disruptive parties will be forced to leave this courtroom. Your Honor. For the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with this what-if game. His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered. Why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did especially bring that bear to on guard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely. I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. And who would that be? It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself. I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. Prosecution will prepare its witness in that time? Yes, Your Honor. Oh boy! There he is! Matt on guard! Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? You fucking dick. But I never thought in your desperation you tried to pin the guilt on Adrian. I swear this demon will pay. Mr. Nick. Pearls, where's Maya? I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away. Really strong power. Mr. Nick, your phone is... It's from Gumshoe. How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Best song in the Ace Attorney series. Yeah, sort of. We're barely found something to latch on to. You. That's good, pal. What about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are? We still don't have any leads, but... What? We don't have any more time! We just had one. Even a single clue would be really helpful. Still able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, gotta keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? A tent! Huh? A tent? I could see a circus tent! Mia? Actually, Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. So it was Maya that called you away. She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe, is there a circus in town right now? There's only one, pal. The Very Big Circus. Well, of course, from Turnabout Big Top. Maya, somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent. What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on the map. About a 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry. And? I could see a mailbox under the window just outside. Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Okay, what else? What else, Maya? I'm sorry, but it was just a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. Felt like I was in an old office building. Maybe the 3rd floor or so? You heard her, an office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. Good luck. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal? Dude, if our battery died, we'd literally not win. Here we go. Back in. Court will now reconvene. The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Here we go, boys! Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder. I understand. Very good. Now, have you even seen this bear before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have. You have seen it before? That's right. It's only natural the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the courts to this bear's secret? All right. Why? Why does she... Here we go. Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. And its center, it's a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. Okay. So the bear is a box. So the figurine, it's a container of sorts. Yes, it is. You may begin your cross-examination. The bear figurine. I'm going to press on every statement. You know it can be taken apart one by one. Arm leg feel free to be removed. Oh, this is most interesting. The boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again. Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead, carry on. I think he's lost it. What do you find if you take the puzzle apart? Just enough to store an item. And how do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it. Huh? It was a souvenir from when I went to Switzerland. It's a present from her. It's a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan. Continue with your testimony. You don't know the order, you can't open it. Who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt there are many people in the same bear in this country. It looks like it can be easily broken, especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside. Well, it's a toy, but it can never be the same again once it's broken. Really can't tell it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. Who else knows about the bear's small jewelry box? Never told anyone. As long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew. Then the two of you, huh? Then of course that means Matt on guard doesn't know. I think it's all I'm gonna get for now. Figurine updated. So were we just fucked or like what? Well, Mr. Wright, I think you've come to realize one important cover, and that is this bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we've agreed to this point, there's only one logical question that can come next, and this is, what is inside the box? Well, we don't know. What's inside? What are we gonna find out next? You're the only one who can open this. Please. Opening the box. There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. Click. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted? What is that? It looks like a note. Yeah, it is. I don't think we need to guess at what that is. Do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note. Suicide note? The suicide note left by Juan Corda's former manager, Celeste Impacts. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Corda himself. Seems Celeste Impacts had very beautiful handwriting. Well, that's great, but it's a suicide note. Wish she didn't write it. Beautiful signed her own name on the document. It's most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide. Order! Witness, did you know about this? Yes, I did. I heard about it from Juan. So his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now the suicide note has been found. What's the next logical question? What was written on it? Can't stop you, can I? Just went through so much just to get my hands on it. I was going to burn it for her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could just read the notes aloud. Very well. The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celeste Impact left us a record of all that had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by On Guard. About being engaged to Corda and On Guard's role in destroying that. And about how she decided in her despair to end it all. And to say, it's all Miss Impacts had to say. There's one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. On Guard. Then, what? Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word. Matt On Guard values, above all else, his refreshing, like a spring breeze image. Which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. It's On Guard's fault the woman killed herself. And this time, whatever, bro. Oh my god. They're fucking dragging us. There's no room for doubt here. Mr. The Killer client's goal was to obtain the suicide note. The only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget what the bear was and what the note inside it was. It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. How am I supposed to escape from this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know. I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay. There are two deadly pieces of evidence. The figurine and the suicide note. I'm going to save right here. Maybe somehow I can find a way through this situation through one of those. The gavel is already in the judge's hand, Phoenix. Hurry. Suicide note of the figurine. Which one of these should I pursue? I mean, either way. I guess I'll just save right here again. Contradiction in there. Matt On Guard could not have known what was written on this note. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Exactly, but I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in the right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said. Order, order, order. Make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? It's just a flash. I think he did rather well on that one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. Ah, he's bowing. We're fucked. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. Huh? The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. Yeah, that's true. I would like to direct the court's attention to this. What is that? It's a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying. What the? I thought this spy camera was in my possession. Matt On Guard and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses. And the victim, Juan Cordo, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt On Guard. Order, order. Mr. Wright. You don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities. Well, sort of. Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have a camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. But this camera that I have is not the same one. Last night, I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this! Gumshoe's bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera. This is the end. Oh no. The way he's sweating is just so ew, nasty. Shut up. That's why you're in the fucking crowd. What you gonna do next? What am I gonna do next? Is running away like a frightened child work? Me too, man. But in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. What is it, Mia? It's a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Summation, investigate. I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded. I'm gonna save. For not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance. Why are you speaking riddles all of a sudden? Alright, I think it's time to finally understand everything. Mr. Wright, do you have any further objections? Present evidence. I gotta save, man. Okay, we know. Oh. We got it wrong. Do we just present the note again? I mean, maybe we have to present the note again. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, sure, the suicide note was found inside the bear, but this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means the handwriting on the suicide note is yet to be analyzed. So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Index or not, that is yet to be even remotely confirmed. Mr. Wright, you can't be seriously... Mr. Wright, you are saying the suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Ungard. Who said you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into the bear? Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There's no evidence linking the weakness to the suicide note whatsoever. But if this is fake, the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt on guard. I did no such thing. Right. If you're going to pronounce this a fake suicide note, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented the scrap paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. That's enough. Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note? As the defense stated, the handwriting is yet to be analyzed. If that's the case. It seems we reached a point where the verdict is impossible. That's impossible. This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day. I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate. Handwriting analysis, my butt. That's just a lawyer trying to buy more time. Ungard is guilty. Look, any idiot can tell you that. I think we've reached the end of the line. Guilty. 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 Wait. We're getting a phone call. We're getting a phone call. What does that sound? It's Gumshoe. Hello, Gumshoe. Sigh. What's with him? What is that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer? He got away. Oh my God, he got away. What? I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do. Anyway, what's going on? We found his hideout, pal, but the two of them were already gone. This is terrible. I'm going to keep looking for them, pal. Don't worry. I just need a little more time. But don't tell me. We don't have any more. Guilty, guilty. Do you hear that? They're calling for his head. Mr. Wright, I can't. For us to come this far and... Oh, what is that? Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth. I can't do that. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honor. I'm about to end proceedings. You can take your phone calls after. Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch. Best throw in Ace Attorney history. Mr. Edgeworth, please, you gotta buy us some more time. Court is in session. What? You just hung it up! I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying? Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I am reluctant to do this, however. It appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. This time I really can't do anything. Court is now adjourned for the day. Objection! Objection! Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time. For what purpose? We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time. But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes? I believe we can, Your Honor. Wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for today and then reconvene tomorrow? 30 minutes, please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking for. Please, Your Honor. At the time, prosecution's requested course will take a 30-minute recess. Be advised that I will not allow another recess today. I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us. Court will now take its final recess of the day. If you don't think Hotline of Fate is the best song ever, I don't know what y'all doing. Right, well, what's going on with my situation? The killer. It looks like he got away again. 30 minutes. We can't find her in that time. Beep. Report! Ah, is that Mr. Edgeworth? We don't have time. Just spit it out. Right. It looks like we just missed them, sir. But the killer left a few things behind in his accident and just rushed to get away. A few things? Can we just use any of them as evidence? Oh, I thought you'd ask, pal. I've got the things he left with me right now and I'm on my way over. Really? That's odd. Any items that are usually sent to the crime lab first. We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran. What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, but I've got to put the law on hold for now. Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this. With my hunk of junk car, I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry. I'll be there. Wait for me. All right, just get her in one piece. I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light. Items left by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this. Oh! Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me. No one can stop me. Beep, beep, beep. What happened? Sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? We gotta hurry up and call for help. But we have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession. Oh, man. No, we can't let that happen. Well, if there was a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. Why, oh why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way for us to find out where he is at this moment? There is a way. That's right, there is a way. How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. Megatama? Wait. Francisca! Why are you bringing up Francisca at a time? Oh, I see! Try to get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but she's all we have. Francisca, will she even want to help us? Edgeworth. What is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty. But what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say. Defense attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right. Doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict? Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, bailiff. There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. They're probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. To be continued. I am going to use the bathroom. Holy shit, this kid. All right. Here we go. For everyone who is not aware, we know who hired the killer. We know who did it. And we know it was Matt on guard. But if we get Matt on guard a guilty verdict, Maya, our partner, dies. So what do? Do we let a killer walk and save our partner? Or do we take down Matt on guard, but at the expense of our partner's life? What do we do? We'll find out. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? That is... It's nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth? Looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, could you please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impax's suicide note? Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery. A fake suicide note. What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impax herself. It was a fake. Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what's going on? This is not written by Miss Impax, and who wrote it? We need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida. Mr. Corrida? Well. It looks like Miss Impax never left the suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about On Guard. However, Your Honor, even though the suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. On Guard could not have known that, and so the facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible. This theory that On Guard had no idea the suicide note was a fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. Let's save real quick. I'm not sure what to present. Present this. Damn. Damn. Yep. Camera. Oh, the camera! Oh, the camera! Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed Mr. Guard knew the existence of the note, because he was spying on the victim. If that were true, this means Ungard would have known that the victim had forged the note. Oh, that's true! So then the defendant knew the suicide note was a fake, and if this is true, then the situation has changed in a very dramatic way. Prosecution theory as for what Ungard's motive for murder was has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Ungard monitored Mr. Corda 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Ungard didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us the proof that the victim made the forgery in an unknown place? Checkmate. Nope. Order, Mr. Edgeworth. It looks like this time it's you who have dug your own grave. As I figured. Huh? As you figured. As I figured. It came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you are not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? The prosecution can't prove Mr. Ungard's motive through the evidence. Then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there, Your Honor. The prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. However, this witness is a little unusual. I'm going to see if Galax V wants to hop in the call. Unusual. Edgeworth stuttering. This is not like him at all. Unusual. Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of, who was it that hired Chili the Killer to commit the murder? That is impossible. Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is this witness? Yes, go on. Who is it? The man himself. Mr. Shelley the Killer. Oh, Mr. the Killer. What? Shelley the Killer? You mean the killer? Or, I mean, the assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here to the witness stand. Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright. Yes. Is this alright with you? Do I have a choice here? Can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. Wonder if it really is alright to do this. Very well, then. The prosecution calls its witness to the stand. Edgeworth? Is there no other way left to us? Now then, witness. Your name and your occupation, please. Very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I am a professional assassin. I say, what's going on here? Your Honor, how can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court. So this must be what the urgent phone call he got earlier was about. Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Chili the Killer. I understand. Please wait a second. I'm so hungry! Maya! Maya! Ah, a voice! Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? This is no objections to the person. We are satisfied that it is the killer. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices, so... Cross-examination. What would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corda. This is correct. It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corda. Gulp! Now, we have answered that. Let's move on to the name of your client. Very well. It's all just a bad dream. Yes, that is it. A bad dream. Shelley the Killer. What's he gonna say? Let's see, baby! There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Alright, here we go. Mr. D. Killer seems to be a very clever man. I almost say he seems to be mocking us. While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. D. Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about this trust between his client and himself thing? Seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. There's something I must first state. What is this? We can hear anything you have to say. I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry. Go on. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between his client. The trust between you and your client? I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. And that is why you're testifying in this manner. This is the first time one of my clients have ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. Couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did, yes, that person would not be my client for very long. They would certainly... That's enough. Very well, it was only hypothetical anyways. Reason I am here today on the witness stand. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that would be very bad for them. Doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role. This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. You. Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die? No! No, I didn't say anything. The judge had better watch himself. Yes, that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. Not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Yeah. Okay, in that case, to disclose the information. Let's hear it! Reason why I do believe... Yes, I agree. Damn, I'm impatient. Yes, reveal it. If you ask, I will. Witness! What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida? That person's name is... Adrian Andrews. What? Witness! That's not who you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think it was my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? But Matt on guard hired him. This can't be on the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. D. Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back? I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court. Mr. D. Killer told him a different name. Matt on guard, perhaps. I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness telling a very serious lie. But you were the one who summoned this witness. Gurk. Grr, you chilly killer. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt on guard, am I correct? All I wish to do is prove his acquittal. Feel like we can actually win this. Yeah. Failed to present motive. First of all, we have heard from the assassin himself, name of the client. No. With all this evidence, that Mr. Matt on guard is innocent. Seem to confuse all with a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me back when you've reached a verdict. Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately. What now? With the way this is going, on guard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. And on guard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this? Prosecutor requests permission to further question the witness. Lying under oath. Miss Andrews. Certain it may have been a fake. That man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. As Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me, was a horrible, horrible lie. Mr. D. Killer himself has testified and named you as his client. No, that's not true. Also, there is quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The nickel, the knife, the button, the downing, the samurai costume. But that's you even had a motive. We know that Miss Celeste's impact was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her and you wanted revenge against those who hurt her. Tell them the truth. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them, please, help me. Yes, I know the truth. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions. I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Do I throw away the chance to wait for Gumshoe's evidence? Request the trial continue. Phoenix, I can't do it, Maya. I can't accept the not guilty. You are a lawyer. But a murderer, I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. But let Miss Andrews be convicted. Then I am no better than on guard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact. That it's because of Edgeworth that I know now the real truth. He could have gotten on guard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust. I never thought about it until now. I trust him. Yes, you do. Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. the Killer. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right. But that witness cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done. I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. There's more evidence to look at. A miracle will occur. Very well. The trial will continue. I'm gonna save. Establish a connection. Yeah, this game is really sick, Blue Yoshi. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About? All you need from me is the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about the case. That is usually how things are done. Please testify about your client more in detail. Let's see. Let's see what he has to say. Adrian is my client, however. One thing I simply cannot overlook: tampering the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews knew from the beginning that Juan Corda was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act was referred to and said my client had broken the rules. Second, Your Honor. So I have the cross-examination to do. Come on. I need to cross-examine him. Let's do it. How much is your fee? I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. No. I'm not thinking of hiring Mr. Wright. Yes. You want to kill me? You want me dead, don't you? What? Why would you think something like that? You're guilty, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You are hereby declared guilty. Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They're your client, are they not? Tampering in the crime scene. I think most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Well, changing occupation might be good for you. Say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. That they could run away from their guilt. My client did to frame another for the crime. Are you talking about the button and the knife? Yes, we are. And my business card. Oh, this card. So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. You try to make things easy. My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. Pretty devoted to his work. Disregard everything, go and stab the deceased with a knife. Even hide my card from sight? That is something I cannot overlook. Most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. No, I'm already told you I have no intention of using your services ever. Why does he keep looking at me like that? Like I'm the one on trial here. Adrian Andrews already knew beginning that Juan Corda was dead. From the very beginning. When a client visited the room, all my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. But even more. The knife. I'm not sure. Why do you think your client did that? Failing around the crime scene is pretty risky. Why would someone go request a murder? Why would they do that? Then to frame Mr. Ungard. If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it? Sadly, that's not possible. My job is to kill, that is all, and to leave my business card behind naturally. The business card is also so my client may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take the fall is not good. Act the client had broken the rules, and that's all you have to testify. Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again, as you plan to continue. I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Excuse me? No, I'm fine, really. Are you really now? I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now. What are you going to do now, Phoenix? All I can do is expose the lies. That's true. However, you realize that they were very bad for our client, right? I'm so confused. But the one thing I know is I can't let the trial end yet. Okay, let's press on all the statements again. Pressing on all of them, just to see, you never know, we may have missed something. You got some ghost? Oh, I knew it, dude. I knew it! Thank you so much for taking time to testify, Mr. the Killer. What is the meaning of that attitude? When the Agent Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corda had been murdered. But how? How do you know that? In this wine glass, Your Honor. Glass? Mr. Gill supposed thought that Mr. Corda had only fainted, which is why the glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Agent Andrews' calculated plan? No. Not possible, Your Honor. The glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would have never left their fingerprints behind. I had the exact same thought just now. Witness, how do you fuck yeah. How the fuck do you explain this? Afraid you're mistaken. If Agent Andrews really as compliant as you claim, then you should have had no knowledge of Mr. Corda's death. If not, that only means Andrews was never your client at all. How strange. Yes? Why is it the attorney has yet to raise an objection about this absurd situation? Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Ah, sorry. Anyway, I'm positive there's a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now, I have to buy us more time. We wait for the items the killer left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Here we go. Request taking. Oh, what the fuck? My mic stand is falling. Uh-oh. Dude, what the hell?
Need help?
Yeah, my mic stand fell. Bro, this has been such a scuffed stream. Yeah, can you come? Hang on, let me turn off my webcam. All right, can you come here for a sec? Can you hold this?
Sorry.
This is such a scuffed. You can't hold it down here because I have to unscrew this. No, just let me hold on to this. Okay. Alright, now hold this right here. Yeah, can you hold that? I'm gonna screw it in.
Okay. It's just like because it's holding down.
Oh, I can't go in any further. I have to tighten this.
So
This should be okay. It's so twisting though, that's the thing. It should be okay. Alright, thanks. Oh yeah, so alright. Microphone fell. We're good. Alright, we're good. Alright, we're back. Is my webcam back on? Yeah, we're good. Request taking. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory and I believe I made no mistakes. What a very concise testimony. Request taking. This request came to me, about a week ago. 1 week ago, are you sure? Yes, I am quite sure. I, of course, have my own preparations, and was barely able to finish. When I request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind. Please, stop. In any case, my client, this time had a very specific date and time in mind. Specific date and time. Request for my night on the services. Did you ask why on that specific night? No, I try to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only have my suspicions. What are these suspicions? I'm sure it's all for the bear. The bear? My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Corda's room. I would like for you to retrieve it for me. Let's be talking about the bear puzzle. So that goes a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it to the hotel room. Yeah. That's correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where the bear figurine was. It was very important. The client knew of the secret bear figurine. Why is everyone so quiet? We all knew that. Oh, really? Witness, please continue with your testimony. I have to choose the other option. Oh, here we go. We gotta press on this. So you physically met Adrian Andrews? Of course I did. What was that? A brief pause. Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. The only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them directly in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? It was very important. It was. Of course, if Mr. Killer had met the client before the murder, then he unlikely is mistaken. So you're saying the client was really Adrian Andrews? Ah, I guess so. You see, it's just as I said. I'm so lost. What the heck are we supposed to be helping here? We have to press this. So your client was Adrian Andrews. That's correct. Well, he says the two of them met, but if they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. But it doesn't seem to be any strange around. You have to draw more information from him. Okay. Physically met Adrian Andrews. Press further. It was not important. No. Stop dodging the questions. My question, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I have already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. Does anyone notice a problem there? Does anyone notice a problem there? Hold up. From the moment I saw him, I thought I can trust this person as a client. Adrian Andrews is a girl. Gotcha. I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at the time. Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy? How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Shelley the Killer? You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Because you made one very big slip up. About her. So what is the issue? What? What did you just say now? About her? If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, you would know that she is a woman! Order. Order in the court. What is the meaning of this? The witness testified to the following. That he always meets face-to-face with his clients when taking their requests. But he has never met with Adrian Andrews in person. That means Mr. Killer could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. It couldn't have been the client. And the fucking walkie-talkie is sweating because, yeah, that makes sense. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? I believe it has to do with the name, Your Honor. Her name, Adrian Andrews, is without a doubt a very androgynous name. That meaning one that can be used by both genders. And that's why she's named Adrian Andrews, is for that sole reason. So when someone said that she had a stupid name, I was like, nah, you don't even know the half of it. Unluckily for Mr. Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. What? What is going on? I don't know, man. Shelley the Killer. The court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. Nope. Testify once more. Request taking, part 2. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There must have been times where I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of Juan Corda and 2 or 3 small other things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony. Which means he's definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know. I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as I have him standing across from me. No matter how strong of a punch he'll throw, I'll counter it. Now then, let's begin the cross-examination. Took their request by mail. But you say you always meet your clients. Yes, I suppose I did say that. There's some clients who are meeting simply not possible. No, I did not. Whatever. Good job that I even met my client. Why would you not meet certain clients? Recently, I've been receiving more requests. If I met with every client, I lose more business opportunities. On top of which, the times have changed. It's now the age of information and computers. Well, I've joined the times and I now take requests via electronic mail or for the Zoomers email. Yo, what's up?
Bruh, how did you do on the thing?
What thing?
The project.
Dude, not good.
Same here.
Like, I submitted, but like, I hope to at least get half the points.
Jesus Christ.
Like, dude, I mean, I can move my guy around, right? But it just, some of the things don't work. Like, I could be able to get like partial credit.
Yeah, honestly, I aim for that too.
How'd you do?
I got almost everything done, but like the requirement stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The item implementation and that, I couldn't do it.
Oh, that's fair.
Dude, I was working with
yeah.
Rahul,
Yeah?
and then we were trying to do the requirement stuff in the last 10 minutes, right?
Oh my god.
And
Did-
then
did you
Rahul
submit it? You
turned
submitted it, right?
in, and then everything had an error.
Oh my god.
I feel so bad for him,
Oh
dude.
my god. No.
Like, everything was working perfectly fine. I mean, except the fact that there were requirements and everything. So his
Yeah, that's
movements
fair.
were doing well, and then everything had an error at the last 10 minutes.
That's how it be sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm playing Ace Attorney right now. I'm vibing. I'm trying.
Honestly, the only way I could probably possibly even get an A is by just acing
The final?
the final exam and the project.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. You'll be okay. What were these other things? 2 or 3 other things. What were these other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. Wait a minute. No, we're pressing further. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes? Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you're trying to betray your own client? I smell the stench of a backstabber, and should you turn out to be one? What? Oh, this is looking bad. I'm pressing further. It's a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these jobs were. If it is truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine? After the assassins of the target, I wanted to find the figurine. I was told that the job was just as important as the actual killing. What was the figurine? It was inside Mr. Corda's suitcase. What'd you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client. Interesting. As you wish. One of these was to find the bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews. Okay, I have to present evidence right here to prove it wrong. Alright, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna do a save scum. Dude, Jonathan, I love games where you can just save at any point. Alright, I have to present this. Oh, the suicide note! I got it right! Shelley the killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside of it. The suicide note should not have been inside of it. Yup, that's where I'm going. Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? You're not funny. Please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. And I was going to burn it for her sake. Even for a dude, John, did you see that like GL was down? Like, in the professor had to like send a message.
Yeah, I saw.
Dude, that scared me so hard. Is this how I win? You'll see. If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands. Sure, she would have taken the note out of it. Order. So that's where you two were going. So by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means... It means, Your Honor, that it's impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh-ho! Oh, order, order, order! Ugh. Mr. Phoenix, right. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that is not. That's enough. That is your intention, that there's only one more thing for me to do. Wait, please. Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to. No, please, not that. Please wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end, and I may stay my hand. Otherwise... Gah! Alright. It's time for us to make a decision. It's time for us to make a decision. Do we?
Wait, homework 6 and project 3 got sent out.
What?
Alright. Pretty sure that's the last homework and last project for this semester.
Guilty, my dies. Not guilt. There we go. What do we do? What do we do? We're putting the poll in chat. What's going on around here? No further questions. What do we do? PowerPoint? Oh, what's happening?
Huh. Oh my.
Encoding overload. The fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Oh. There we go. Should be fine now. Should be okay now. We back. That's the case. Even though I'm reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. All right. The votes are in. We get on guard a not guilty verdict. Is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, if I end the trial here right now, then your client, Matt Ungard, would be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder. Miss Andrews would be charged with murder? The prosecution has no further questions, so we will hear the defense's final remarks. Bring the defendant to the stand. The items didn't make it in time. We tried. We couldn't. Can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. Alright. Chat voted. Not guilty. Did the old guy finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You've done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. Yo, what's up, Weblin? But at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Ah. So, guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. On Guard? What an atrocious lawyer I have. Giving his own client up like this? Isn't that refreshing like a spring breeze? Crap, it's just atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty, or do I not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statement on this matter. The person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews. Then your client, Mr. Man on Guard, is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you? Right? I can't do this, but I have to decide something. Back from work, chilling, about to play some SMG. Yo, nice, let's go. Am I enjoying the... Dude, this has been the most fun I have ever had in any game, probably. Can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, man on guard, is... We voted? Not guilty. He's not guilty. We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt on Guard, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Matt on Guard is... Objection! There she is! Just in time! Welcome, Francisca! Welcome in, Francisca! Now, to those of you wondering why this is so important, remember earlier? Let's fucking go, dude! You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off that scruffy fool. Did you bring them the final pieces? You going to sleep?
Yes.
Alright, see ya. Did you bring them the final pieces? Do you have them? You should know better than to ask, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Avant Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this. What a filthy old coat this is. That's Gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for his ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what's inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final piece of evidence. Your final evidence? This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please. These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police. Must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere along these evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around, like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for. Alright. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? I don't think more details are needed. So the pistol is added. Second piece of evidence is this videotape. Yo, thank you for the follow. Hey, what's up, Toadstool? Hope you're doing well. Alright, the second piece of evidence is this videotape. Bet the killer took that from unguarded's mansion. Let's see more details about this. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it. That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Surely the killer is no ordinary man. The last piece of evidence is his bellboy's uniform. I don't think we need to see anything. No, we don't need any details. All right. All I have to present, Your Honor. It's just as I thought. And? What is that, Your Honor? I'm sure we were under normal circumstances. These items from Charlie the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is, who is the client? Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix. I know it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. They do exist. You have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's try. For my sake, just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us. 2. The first. Make On Guard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If On Guard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let this hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. Second way. Force the killer to end his contract with On Guard. If the killer were to no longer think of On Guard as his client, then he would let Maya go. Yeah, that's even more impossible. He's a man who values duty to his clients above all else. I know, both of you seem like impossible feats at first. But if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? The other side. Wait, does she mean... You mean, to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge said he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence. And that is how we have come to know the truth. I'm going to save right here, by the way. Just to make sure. If I misclick, I don't have to start the entire thing over. The truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all. That person does not know the truth. That truth. Maybe what brings this miracle. Alright. There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? Objection. Objection! I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. I am not saying is that us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then you want to show that evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. One chance? Please show us your evidence who you think is the right person. That's impossible. To turn the situation around in one try? One try. That is all I will permit. I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix. Think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking on guard down at the same time. Let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to? There's one person who hasn't seen it. Now, tell this court what piece of evidence you'd like to show. The killer said he hates traitors among everything. What if the traitor was his client? If you remember in the investigation sequence, Matt on guard filmed the murder. Confidentiality is very important with the killer. If he were to find out that Matt on guard filmed the murderer, he'd break his contract. Therefore, we're giving the videotape to the killer. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I think there's some merit in showing this evidence to the witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. Alright, looks like I managed to convince him. Dude, my hands are like fucking shaking. This is nerve-wracking. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence. Yes, one is all I need. I have a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of the tape? I was sternly told by my client not to watch it, so I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you are on this tape. Me? The video camera. There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted a camera? Well, the only person who could have placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Matt on guard film the crime scene? The reason why he did, that's my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted blackmail on you. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that is where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shilly the Killer? Oh! It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes? You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright. Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? I'm not an item! Beep. Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Thank goodness. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I don't quite know what just happened there with the client and the witness and... What? Miss Von Karma, where did that... She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. Alright. Mr. On Guard. It looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video. Help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright? We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Alright. Put it in chat. Do we plead guilty and send On Guard to jail? Or do we plead not guilty and have him hunted down by the killer? Press 1 for not guilty, 2 for guilty. You know what? I think we're gonna go not guilty. Since he wants an acquittal so bad, we'll give him an acquittal. Congratulations, Mr. Matt On Guard. Please make sure to savor every moment of what little time you have left. Your Honor. As always, the defense pleads not guilty. Very well. This court finds the defendant Matt On Guard. Hold it! Please, wait. What's the matter? If I get a not guilty, I'll be killed. I'm No! Guilty! That's right. Matt On Guard is guilty. And Maya is set free. Case closed. Justice for all. I don't remember you helping out much in this. Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt on guard? I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whip leather right about now. Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness, how should I say it? This witness has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is no concern to me. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when they come out and use your strength, I felt like I've finally been saved. Yay! Yay! Whatever. It's the first time I've ever seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. And there we go. The best case in Ace Attorney history. Looks like we resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about, but everyone seems to be in good spirits. And that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned. You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've gotten your client off. You got to give them a guilty verdict this time, but you have to look past all of that. What's really important. You're now realizing there is something more than just getting not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. Think of the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final piece of evidence. Think about that incredible decision you had to make. Oh my god. Dude, that case. Not guilty. Those were your choices and your answer. You were spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Right. Edgeworth, I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody. Really? Pearls, you're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes. She's quite safe. She's on her way here as you speak in a patrol car. Mystic Maya is safe! You did it! You really did it! Wow! Miss Von Karma, thank you. Ow! Why are you still smiling? You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And you're still happy? I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you? Don't worry, she may in time. After all, I was like that a year ago. Edgeworth? For my own personal victories and for guilty victories. We're just fucking zooming through. I don't care about this shit. The truth. Is Mr. Edgeworth alright? You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. Decided Miles Edgeworth knew I died. Pathetic fool. I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. Von Karma is someone who's destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you're no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma, and neither am I. It's over, all over. First, I just got through something on the ground just now. It's an electromagnetic transceiver. Isn't the thing that used to track Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else. Her whip! Should keep this, right? Damn, we got the whip. Hi! Welcome back! Yay! Okay. Maya! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Yay! We're back! We did it! Da-na-na-na-da-da. Nick, you never are convicted like I knew you would, and on top of that, you even rescued me. Oh my god. Thanks a lot, Nick. Maya, I'm relieved you're alright. You made some real progress, Edgeworth. Growl? Yo, Luigi Master! Dude, thank you for the raid. Hope your stream went well. Sup, Josue? Sup, Luigi Master? We're just finishing up Ace Attorney #2, baby! Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth. If you insist. Alright, so how about we just hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick. This case messed me up that awesome. It messed up that awesome. I ain't gotten in the way of my gourmet food. So we're making up having another feast. Oh, Gumshoe! He's alright, yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole. Oh my god. It's a red light that got him. You did it again, city boy. Thanks, Lotta. Like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me. I ain't joking. More exciting than the last episode of the Steel Samurai. Now look here. Don't you reckon you bully Mr. Right too hard? See you, Luigi Master. Put this messy case behind us now. Tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal. Amen. Me? You really think so? He's right. Wasn't for 3 items you took. I think the trial had a very different ending. That's odd. When I ran off with the thing from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. What? 4? Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item? Oh, come on, y'all. It's over. But whoo, boy, I'll tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh? You think? Why does she look so happy about that? Being shut away for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared? Yeah, I was really scary. It felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough, gal, so where's the picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Oh, that's too bad. Well, it wasn't anything important. Nice to see them both smiling again. Oh! Transceiver. Edgeworth, this is picking something up. Ah, that's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Thanks. To her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. Can't believe she stuck on a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here. The tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably a bus or something, sir. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do. Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet. And you've eaten way too much, you glutton. Oh my god, bro, she was kidnapped! I had fun tonight. Now, if you excuse me. Goodbye, Edgeworth. I just want to say thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give to him to express how I feel. You and her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job. Looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya. Yes, Pearly? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? Pearly? Would you cut it out already? Anyway. So who's paying for this lovely dinner party? But if you need to ask, everyone said thank you to Nick. Huh? Yeah, I kind of at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kind of already put the name on your name on the bill. Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in the hotel, see, and I just bought myself this good old beauty here. Be anyhow for $3,000. Huh? Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. Huh? Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick. Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? You don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, pal. Time to let it all out. This is going to be the first time I hear the real you. Go on. It's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. Alright then. If you say so. Objection! Round of fucking applause for that 4th case. This game was not good. This game, I hated it when I first played it. And I got past the second case, and I'm like, this game sucks. I got past Turnabout Big Top, I'm like, this game sucks. I get past the fourth case, this is the best. That was the best case I've ever experienced. That case is something out of a movie. That is the best case I have ever played in any Ace Attorney game. And probably the best case ever. I'm gonna be real. Is there another case after this? No, this is the last case in the game. But after this, we move on to game number 3. Good shit. Good shit. This case, you really like this? I'm happy that someone who hasn't played the game really likes it. It's nice to see. Oh my god. We've got our new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus. Oh my god. It's an ordinary electric razor recharging on its stand. I can't believe this. Really? How long do they plan on making me do this? Ah, but it's Edgy Poo's idea, so that means it must have been a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? Ah, it was never like this in the old days. Ah, fuck you. No, this. Oh my god. Bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone. Thank you, Adrian. It's been difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. Goodbye. There's more. International Department, Gate 12. Uh-oh. Where are we at? We're at an airport. Where are you going, Francisca? How did you know I was here? With this. I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. That's just like you. Only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his, I don't know how it ended up in my luggage, but it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that, man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure that I took 4 things in total, sir. 4 things. It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in there. It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you going to do now? That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up. You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter. Francisca, so many expectations from everyone around me, expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father's a genius, there's no doubt about it. But me? I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right? You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. I see. You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today, you chased after me, after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. You say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path? Then this is where we part ways, Francisca von Karma. You're gonna cry? Bro, what? I am Francisca von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now. So you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Yay! Phoenix Wright, one day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you. Take good care of this with peace. So I can give it to you when at last we meet again. What's so important about that card? Capcom. Wow. And that is Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. Alright, that's it. And I'm done with stream for today. Let's find someone to raid. See apply. I got it. I got a person.